Hi guys, my name is Arianna and I'm studying Year 1 Applied Psychology at Longroad. I want to start off by saying why I chose this course. So I chose Applied Psychology because it's very interesting and it covers a wide range of topics, so there's bound to be something that you'll enjoy. The course is 50% coursework and 50% exam, which I think is less stressful and may be beneficial for the ones of you who don't really like exams and don't work well under pressure. And this course gives you a mix of both, which gives you a bit more stability and allows you to develop new skills, as the coursework topics teach you how to conduct experiments and teach you how to write up psychological reports, which I think gives you a wide understanding of the topic and would better prepare you for your future career or educational path. I've completed my first year and I've just started my second, and I can say I've enjoyed all topics that I've studied, but my favourite would be my current one, which is forensic psychology. This is because it's something that really interests me and it's very beneficial for my future career. I want to become a detective, and this is linked to criminology, which I also study. And this helps to give me a wider understanding, which will benefit me greatly in my future and better prepare me for my future career choice. As previously stated, I think this course gives you a wide understanding and it helps you to develop many skills, which I think are very beneficial for future career or educational paths. Thank you for listening, and I hope this was helpful, and I hope you do consider taking up this course.
Hi, my name's Kat Males. I go to Longroad Sixth Form College. I'm studying applied psychology, sociology and photography. The reason I chose applied psychology over A-level was because it's mostly coursework based and there's only one exam, which I love. I just thought that was just so good. I was like, yes. And then it was just really good. We just finished our first piece of coursework at the moment, which is really interesting. It was all about experiments and stuff, and you become the researcher, which I really like. So it is practical and hands-on. We started forensics at the moment, which is really good. The thing about applied psychology is the teachers are always there, making sure you're doing the work and like sending you to study classes if you're behind, which is really useful.
Hi, my name is Giorgia and I'm a student at Longroad Sixth Form College studying applied psychology. I chose to study psychology mainly because I've always been interested in human behaviour and why we act the way we do. Choosing psychology seemed like the perfect course to take in order to answer my questions. I chose to study applied psychology instead of just psychology mainly because I find exams very stressful, and coursework for me, I just feel like it's more breezy. I'm able to control what I put in and always have control over what grade I get at the end of it, being able to mark down what I've done and what I need to improve. And although applied psychology does require you to do exams and coursework, it helps you to develop and build up new skills of having, on coursework, being able to build research skills and writing skills, whereas exams you're able to also develop your writing skills, but also your time management and your memory. For me, the most interesting thing I've learned so far in psychology mainly is criminal and forensic psychology, as well as being able to conduct my own psychological research. For me, that was really interesting, mainly because you spend so much time learning about studies and being able to look into them and know how people wrote their aims and their conclusions and their hypothesis, and then being able to go away and have full control over your study and being able to write about it. It's just really interesting because you almost become your own psychologist, and that's really interesting for most people. In the future, I want to be an occupational therapist, although that does focus mainly on both the mental and physical well-being of an individual. Psychology can help me from looking at the biological approaches of how the brain works and the structure, and allows me to be able to see how an individual reacts and why they react the way they do, or why they say what they do, or why they have certain behaviours and compared to other people. And being able to have that knowledge in the back of my mind to help me evaluate and explain my future work will always be a great skill to have. Overall, I've never been bored in psychology. It's always interesting. Everything comes at you as a surprise, because one day you'll be learning about a murderer, the next day you'll be learning about the brain, but it is very interesting. And psychology doesn't always need to be used in future careers either. It can be used in everyday life. Being able to analyse your own family is quite interesting, to know, oh, you're a psychopath, but being able to just analyse people around you, like the members of the public, your teachers, your friends, or the people you come across in the future, is always going to be interesting, and I hope you have fun.
Hi, my name is Caitlin and I'm studying Year 1 Applied Psychology at Longroad Sixth Form College. I chose applied psychology as it is an exam and coursework based subject. This swayed me into choosing applied psychology because I felt it would support me in developing my exam skills while still allowing me to do coursework, which is something that I really enjoy. Some bits of the course I've enjoyed so far is looking into how the 4 approaches affect consumer behaviour. This is part of the exam unit, so you learn it in great detail. I have also enjoyed conducting my own pilot study. This was part of the coursework and was really fun because it allowed me to choose my own topic and work independently, which I feel will help me in future independent study. When choosing applied psychology, you need to consider how well you can work to a deadline, as coursework has specific hand-in dates that you simply cannot miss. You also need to be able to work independently and in a group. After finishing my studies at Longroad, I plan to go to university and become an adult nurse.
Hi, my name is Elizabeth Conamy and I'm a first year student studying applied psychology here at Longroad Sixth Form College. There are a number of reasons why I chose to study applied psychology. I had never studied the subject before and I wanted to learn something new. I have always had a fascination about how humans think, feel and interact with each other, and have always been interested in the brain in terms of its anatomy and its functions. I also liked how the applied psychology course is a combination of both exam and coursework. This is the perfect balance where you can learn all the content that is required for the exam, where the knowledge can be used later on and applied to real-life concepts and issues in society. I also thought it'd be a good starting point for me to consider for potential career paths in the future. Initially, I was worried I may struggle on the course, but it has exceeded my expectations. Throughout the course, I have studied a range of exciting topics. One particular subject I have enjoyed learning about is the different theories, which can explain various aspects of human behaviour, which can be biological, cognitive, learning and social. I have also really enjoyed learning about how each theory can help explain a broad range of topics from aggression, gender to consumer behaviour. For example, when we studied the topic of aggression, we looked at it from a biological viewpoint where we were able to research high-profile murderers such as Ted Bundy and Jeffrey Dahmer. We then applied the knowledge we learnt in terms of genetics, hormones and brain structure to explain and understand the reasons that have drove them to commit such crimes. I love how relevant the course is as well to the real world, where it has made me much more aware of current affairs, making me look at things from a completely different perspective. Throughout the course so far, there have been a range of useful skills I have learned and continue to develop. By carrying out my coursework, I have learnt many valuable skills which will be helpful in the future through conducting my own psychological research into the effects of age on memory. I have learnt how psychological research is carried out as well as the processes involved, allowing me to understand and follow the process myself. My communication skills have also improved. I conducted my own study where I had to be able to ask a sample of participants if they were willing to take part. I had to explain and execute my own test, then process the data. I am also much more confident and familiar with answering exam questions. We have looked into exam techniques and the things that are needed to achieve the top marks, which has been really helpful. Throughout the applied psychology course, it has really opened up my eyes to a variety of possible career options for the future. I am really intrigued by how humans behave in their environment and how factors such as their genetics, neuroanatomy, neurochemistry, upbringing and personality determines how they behave, more specifically in criminals. I would love in the future to have a career in forensics or criminal psychology, where I can use the knowledge and concepts I have learned and apply them in real life, where I believe it will be achievable with the great support that is available from the staff here at Longroad.
Hi, my name's Cara and I'm studying applied psychology at Longroad Sixth Form College in Year 1. I chose to take applied psychology for the reasons of getting to look more into the mind and the brain and how it makes someone behave the way they do. My favourite part of the course in Year 1 has been looking at case studies of psychologists and researchers and how they have conducted their own experiment. To do well in this course, you mainly need to be prepared for what's ahead because the exam in the first year comes pretty quick and you think that you have a lot of time to prepare for it, but really you don't. So it is significant that you are thoroughly revising the information that you learn every week to be able to be successful. As well, you will need good communication skills so you can talk to peers and ask for help easily. My ambition at uni is to take psychology and then further go into forensic psychology.
Hi, my name is Grace and I'm studying Year 1 Applied Psychology at Longroad Sixth Form College. I chose to study psychology because I'm interested in the human brain and causes for why people behave in a certain way. I enjoy the learning part of the course when we are learning new content. This is because I'm expanding my knowledge about things I didn't know before and I'm getting answers about why humans behave in a certain way. I really enjoy learning about how all the different approaches, such as the learning, cognitive, biological and social approach, explain behaviour as they all have very different views. I like debating about which approach or approaches I agree with the most to explain human behaviour. A skill you need to do well in the course is time management, as the workload is more than GCSE work, so you need to ensure you have given yourself enough time to complete all of the work. When it comes to coursework, it's best to do bits over time instead of cramming it all in a week before it's due. This is because there's a lot you need to cover in a piece of work, so make sure you can manage your time efficiently. Another skill you need is research skills. You may need to research a lot from the internet or textbooks, so you need to be able to pick out key information that is relevant to your work. I either want to get a career as a crime scene investigator or a preschool teacher. I am intrigued by crime scenes and psychology will help me get to this career because of all the things I've been learning, such as forensic psychology, and it will help me become an early years teacher as you learn a lot about human behaviour of children in Year 1, which I can apply as a teacher.
Hi, my name is Abby and I'm studying Year 1 Applied Psychology at Longroad Sixth Form College. I chose Applied Psychology as it is both exam and coursework based, and I felt it would allow me to show my potential through coursework, which is something I really enjoy. During the course, you are given the opportunity to conduct your own experiment. I really enjoyed this as it allowed me to be independent but have fun as well. Another aspect I really enjoyed was learning how the 4 approaches can affect aggression in society, as it is really interesting. In order to do well in the course, you really need to ensure you are able to work to specific deadlines and work independently. This will really benefit you in the future. In the future, I plan to study psychology at university. I feel applied psychology has helped prepare me for this, as it has given me the chance to work on time management skills.
Hi, my name is Dani and I'm studying Year 1 Applied Psychology at Longroad Sixth Form College. Before taking the course, I was always interested in the brain and why we think what we think, how it functioned, and the reasons for certain behaviour. In this course, you learn not only why someone may act a certain way, but also what causes that behaviour. You also learn definitions of behaviour you could never explain before. You learn a lot about yourself and those around you. I chose to study applied psychology instead of A-level psychology because I prefer the fact that it is a coursework-based course instead of exam-based. I work better and prefer the overall format of the course, as I find it less stressful because the final grade isn't just determined by an exam, but by the work being done throughout the 2 years. There are a couple of exams within the applied psychology course, however they are spread out during the 2-year process and only determine part of your overall grade. A part of the course which I enjoyed was looking at different studies that psychologists have conducted and to analyse them. We also got to conduct our own study, which I found interesting as I had never done anything like that before. Some skills that you may need to work well on for this course are to keep up with the work. Because it's based primarily off coursework, you need to make sure you keep up with the work as you go. Everything you do goes towards your final grade. Finally, when choosing which A-levels you want to take, it's important to choose subjects you actually want to do and have a genuine interest in. And hopefully applied psychology will be one of those subjects for you.